spirit of their work. We realized pretty early on, we kind of put this big goal of first ascents and realized, well, actually, it'll be really good to do what Groupe Féminin des Montagnes does, which is give women, young women, expedition experience that allows them then to aim something really high. And the story about the recipients of this award were 5 young Swiss women, Anne Fleschig, Rachel Schonauer, Lisa Pfalzgraf, Ramona Volken, and Florence Nichols. Jack, can you, perfect. These are wonderful girls who are 26, 27 years old. The story is that I have met Florence Nichols in a, you know, the Gramonté, the Taubaine. We effectively slept where we shouldn't have slept, which was in the room of Pisteur on the top of the Gramonté lift, because we wanted to climb Couturier or the Wimpercooler the next morning. So we were kind of sleeping on the floor, 4 of us, and someone knocked on the door, and it was Florence with her boyfriend, who were climbing, and said, "Can we please sleep here too?" So anyway, we kind of had to make a space. 6 of us slept on the floor and then tried to attack Wimper. We ended up not climbing because of bad condition. But anyway, I had the chance to do a bit of propaganda of the prize, and it was a great pleasure to receive the dossier with this application from Florence Dessier. And this is the team of young women who have had a sufficient experience in the Alps to climb a peak in Kyrgyzstan. It's called Peak Granitny. It's 5,278 meters. They have a strong dossier where they figure out how they're going to climb it. They climb in with the help of a female Austrian guide. And we think that it's a perfect, if we can go to the next page, it's a beautiful, can we go to the next page, please? Super. This is, you can see it's an old Russian photo. So these guys actually found an old Russian photo. There is not very much known about this peak, and in the database it's unknown whether it's been climbed or not, but it's called Peak Granitny, which in Russian means a granite peak. And they figure out how they're going to climb it. They arm themselves with expertise, and we wish them very, very best. So we're giving away tonight $10,000, and $2,000 goes to Peak Granitny and to a fabulous group of 5 young Swiss mountaineers, and we'll be following their journey this summer. Woo!
Next up, we have the Eurudite Victor Saunders to give out the Exploration Awards.
So the following 3 expeditions are recognized for their exploration. Exploration is really important in mountains. It's about collecting experience. It's about problem solving. Can you hear probably now? Shall I repeat all of that?
Yes.
Okay. The following 3 expeditions are recognized for their exploratory content. And exploration is particularly important in mountains. It's about collecting experience. It's about problem solving. It's about opening your eyes to new ways and new places. In short, exploration is about the joy of the new. So the first award is for a wife and husband team led by Szu-ting and David Anderson. And it's for a mountain in Zanskar. It's called Starik Kachan. It's not a huge peak at 5.9, but it's an amazing looking 800-meter route up the east face wall and the connecting ridge to the summit at 5.9. And it's quite remote as well. So they found a really interesting objective that will test their problem-solving superpowers, which I'm sure they have.
With this? I think, well, it's just got the awards in it. So when you've got it all prepared. Okay.
And the second award is for another wife and husband team, Sonia Torchila and Mikhail Zabalatsa Azkona. And they're going to the Rewarding Himal in Nepal. Their target is the unclimbed East Ridge. the unclimbed east ridge of Chobatsi in Chobatsi. It's 6,000. It's actually quite high. It's 6,700. 6,700 meters. And it's probably, the route is probably over 2,000 meters long. So they've been in this glacier area before, in the Puma Glacier, and in this this aspect of exploration that's so delightful is that they've done other peaks in that area, and they've managed to spot a really, really interesting line. And so that's the second. It's the second award. It's very difficult being an honorary girl, I can tell you. It's much harder. Anyway, and then the final award is for Beth Goralsi and Mary Hahn. And they found a really, really interesting unclimbed objective in the British Columbia Coast Range, which is not huge. Marcus has got a beautiful little diamond-shaped wall set in the somewhat larger north face of the mountain. There's other routes on it. But it looks like a really interesting objective, and it's really well suited to their level of experience. So that's the third one. I'm not good at being a girl.
Thanks for that. And now we have the performance awards that are going to be announced by Christian Trommsdorff, who is the president of the International IFMGA. And so he's my president, and also of the PLA de Boer. So welcome, thank you.
Merci. Should I speak in English or in French? En français. On va voter. Qui c'est qui vote pour français? Anglais. Anglais? Oh, il y a une minorité de... Okay, so I speak English. I think everyone understands English. First, I want to really thank Masha for her initiative for helping female alpinism. And I also want to thank a number of people who are putting in a lot of time for free to make alpinism happen, whether it's for young men or young women. In particular, I would like to mention Nicolas Reynaud, who is the president of the French Alpine Club. And if there is a lycée biqualification in Moutier for youngsters, if there are youth teams, it's thanks to people like him who spend a lot of time for free for their passion. So we're talking about performance, but actually, as Victor says, I think the main dimension which we're trying to put forward is exploration. And as you've heard before from the various ladies who were on stage, the important thing is step by step and gain experience, and that's what the award is about. And for these two last grants, I think we have already very experienced ladies, and some of them are girls, women, some of them you have seen already. So I will maybe announce first the two grants, and then maybe talk a little bit about. And those who are here, I would ask you to join also on stage. So the first one is for a climb for a big project in the Karakoram, in the western Karakoram, is for Pumari Chhish south. And the three ladies are Chantel, Astorga, Anna Gilbert, and the last lady is actually Anne's partner, and it's a man. So Mr. Jason Thompson, I was just checking this. They already climbed together last year, and they had a special mention at the Piole d'Or for another climb, and this year they have a really, really ambitious project. And I can tell you, I know very well, because with Yannick, who's around here, I think we did the first ascent of this peak in 2007, and it's, I'm not sure we have photos of it, of the peak, no? Yes. We do? Ah, bah voilà. So, it's the left, no, prochaine. The left one, so we did the first and only ascent of this peak, which was Virgin. On the very left, it's Pumari Chhish main, and the blue line is on Pumari Chhish south. And the other one here on the right, the yellow one, is Pumari Chhish East, which is currently unclimbed. And so I think they have a dual project, plan A, plan B. But anyway, even any of these projects is already a huge challenge, and it's in an area in the Hispar, of the Hispar Glacier, which is really wild, and I think for those who've already been to the Karakoram, they know they are the most dangerous mountains. The other one. So the second grant goes to a project on Arjuna by Lise, Billon, Caroline, who you saw earlier, and Maud.